Hi everybody, welcome back to 30 Days Until Dawn. I'm John Branningham. We're working on our month of contemplation, going deeper into the self, and really reviewing those parts in our lives, and not so much what we were doing, but what our mind was doing, what our emotion was doing. Although if you bring in the body, that's fine too, right? That's part of it, all of it. And some people walking back there. We've been working on our Led Zeppelin inspired poems, as silly as that is. And today we're going to do the Dazed and Confused poem. And this is a poem about when you were confused about life and you didn't understand and everything was torment and upheaval and all that stuff that we deal with. And I think for a lot of people that means adolescence. And
really until you hit 50.
Until you hit 50. Then you figure it out. We hope, because we haven't hit 50 yet, but we're close, and maybe we'll figure it all out then, right? But it's the adolescent poem most of all, right? When are you the most confused, the most vulnerable? And I think back to my adolescence and my moment of being dazed and confused, and well, it's not a moment, it's a very long time. But I think about trying to figure out all these different messages that the adults in my life were trying to give me. And I was going to a Catholic school, but I wasn't Catholic. I mean, nominally I was, but not really. And the messages of homophobia and hatred, but also good messages too. Trying to figure out all that stuff all at once. That's my poem, right? What was it like to go to Damien High School? First not wanting to, and then like feeling comfort there, and like not wanting to leave at least until I graduated. Even though I didn't like that place very much, I also didn't want to leave it for a public school after a few years, because it's just like, I understand the system now, and so I was kind of caught in the way that all young people, I think, are caught, right? Okay, so I'd probably narrow it down to just one moment, and I think probably that one moment is on the cross-country training field, right? And trying to figure out everything that's going on. In fact, I just worked out a metaphor. I was about 50 pounds heavier and about a foot taller than everybody else on the team. Muscular kid, but I didn't like football, and I didn't want to do baseball. I didn't really like those kinds of team sports. But they'd have us do this thing where we'd follow for a while you'd take the lead, and you'd do as fast a pace as you could do, and everybody had to follow you. And I was always the first person to do that because I was bigger and slower than everybody else. And so I'd set up my pace, and then for the rest of the thing, I'd fall farther and farther and farther and farther behind this group. And I could see that as a metaphor for the kind of messages I was getting from my coach, for example, who would brutal in the way that often high school coaches are. Okay, so when you write that poem, put it down below, and I'll see you tomorrow on 30 Days Until Dawn.